Hey guys, how's it going? It is your pal Sal here, and today we have a new episode of Diva Discovery. So the purposes of Diva Discovery is for me to tell you guys how I came to know and start to listen to the amazing divas that we know, that you see on my wall, basically. Today, even though this is only the third one of these I've ever done, I wanted to do something just a tad different. So as you can see, everyone on this wall is a singer. I guess technically the person that I'm talking about today is too, because she has a single. But we are here today to talk about the comedian Kathy Griffin. So, God, where do I begin? I love this woman. I love her so much. I think she's so funny, and I owe a lot of who I am to her. I really, truly do believe that. So, I guess with everything, we have to go to the very beginning. And the reason why I discovered Kathy Griffin is because of Celine Dion. So when I was in high school, I was in like this crazy Celine Dion phase. And the one thing I started to look up was like Celine Dion parodies, because I watched this video. It was a documentary on Celine Dion, and it was how she was parodied on SNL. And she was like, "I am Celine Dion, and I am the greatest singer in the world. Please welcome my husband, René." And so I was like, I'm curious if there are any other parodies of Celine Dion, because I thought it was funny, like, because I can take a fucking joke, so could Celine. So I type in Celine Dion parody, and one of the first things that comes up is, that came up was Kathy Griffin on Celine Dion. And it was Kathy Griffin with her magic hair talking about seeing the Celine Dion A New Day Vegas residency show. And it was so cool to hear someone talk about the residency show, because we've all know Celine Dion A New Day live in Las Vegas. And Kathy was just like, I hate Cirque du Soleil. I hate Cirque du Celine. And she was telling the story about how she met Celine Dion and how she started accidentally petting her hair while they were taking a photo. Like, she was just like smiling, like, hi, hi, and then starts petting her hair. And then she's like, "I'm so sorry, Celine, I'm petting your hair." And she's like, "That is okay. I thought you pet my hair. I will bark like dog for you. Ruff, ruff." And I was like, like, I thought it was the funniest thing I had seen at the time. And because of that, it had me go down the rabbit hole of Kathy Griffin material, because I was like, this bitch is funny. So thankfully at the time, unfortunately not anymore now, because she got all the wiser. A lot of Kathy Griffin's specials were on YouTube, like in full. A lot of the clips were in full. I remember there used to be this clip about her going, it's harder to find now, I don't know if it's still up, but it was basically Kathy Griffin went on the Rosie O'Donnell cruise, and she called her mom and asked her mom if she wanted to come, and Maggie was like, we're not going on no goddamn cruise, for Christ's sakes, god damn it, Jesus Christ and Mary and all the other apostles. And I thought it was the funniest thing I had ever seen. And it was like probably the most raunchiest thing I had been watching at the time. I bloomed late into watching more raunchier stuff. And just the way she talked, the way she spoke about things, I thought it was so funny. Her talking about her meeting Whitney Houston. I mean, she's talked about meeting pretty much everyone on here. The Cher videos of, "I'm Cher, I don't know how to order a fucking pizza." It was just so cool to go down the rabbit hole of all of her comedy specials. And I recently, actually, I got it from the library, because a lot of the specials aren't online anymore. You have to get this DVD, or I think you can buy them like on Amazon Prime, but you can buy the DVD Red, White, and Raw, which has like almost all her specials on it. So I became a huge fan of her, and even because of that, I bought her book. I remember reading this my junior year of high school, which would have been 2013 to 2014. Yes. And I remember reading this book and just like reading all of the crazy stories she has to tell, and like learning about her life. And obviously for a lot of it, I was not like aware of it. So like the Suddenly Susan stuff was hard to get into, because I mean, it's hard to see anything from Suddenly Susan because it's never been, released on any form of DVD. So like that's weird, because that's like a whole aspect of Kathy Griffin's career that I don't like know about as much, because you can't really find it. But what's cool is reading these stories, and like just the stories about her family, like how she built her career, and it's so it's really cool. I absolutely loved watching My Life on the D-List because, again, back then all the episodes were on YouTube, so you could watch them all, and now they're unfortunately not. But it was cool to watch like that show and see like so many different things, like watching like clips from the Gay Porn Awards, which at the time I was like, oh, okay, we're going there. It was just so cool because of her. I got to experience a lot of that stuff. And one specific memory I have is like, because I read this my junior year, which was during ACT prep, and I remember one day we were taking a test, and my teacher, the incomparable Carrie Shank, I don't know if she'll ever see this video, but she's amazing. She was like, can I borrow this? So we were all taking our practice tests. I remember her eating, and she was like reading this book, and she was laughing her ass off, and I thought it was the funniest thing, and it made me really happy. Oh my god, and I'm trying to think, because like there's so many things. I mean, obviously, Tiffany from My Life on the D-List, the one guy, I can't remember his name, I just remember he pulled his eyebrows out. Tom, right? So I kind of like, in a sense, she was very formative in like me growing up and seeing her. And I remember, because it had been a long time, and when I got into her, like in 2013, she hadn't been to Chicago in years. And I wanted to see her live, and I never had the opportunity. I almost saw her, I think, in 2015. Or no, it was maybe 2016, 2017. She came to Aurora. I live outside of Chicago, so Aurora isn't that far. But I opted to go see the Mariah Carey All the Hits tour. Like, that was the gift I asked for instead. So I admire this woman because she can take a joke. She makes jokes, okay, but she's not a mean-spirited person, much in the vein of Joan Rivers. I don't think Kathy Griffin has a mean bone in her body, and I really wish more people would understand that, because she's a comedian. She makes jokes. She doesn't really hate anyone. I mean, obviously there's people that, like, in her comedy albums, you know, For Your Consideration and Sucking It for the Holidays, she talks about how she doesn't fucking like Trump. But she makes a joke out of it. Obviously now times are different. You couldn't really do that. But I admire her for always sticking her ground and saying what is on her, or standing her ground. That's the saying. And saying what she feels, but she's not angry or bitter or mean about it. So I've always admired that about her. I love that about her. I love listening to her mom, who Maggie unfortunately passed away this past summer, and that was, or maybe it was spring, but that was really sad to see. I also do own Maggie's book. I haven't read this one, but tip it, Kathleen. You gotta tip it, because the spigot, you gotta get all the wine out of the spigot. One day, maybe I should read this one day, because this is really, Maggie's so adorable. Poor gal. I loved the video, too, that was on her last year when she was going to see the musical On Your Feet, and she was like, we're going to see On Your Toes. So, yeah. So I think now we have to get into the... Oh, my God, I forgot I also do own Kathy Griffin's other book, the Celebrity Tell-All. It's probably on my shelf. I just forgot about it. But great book, too. So I think it's important we get to the Trump photo-esque scandal. I've been with Kathy from day one, ever since she posted that photo. Trump, as she always said, is a fucking tool, and he sucks. But here's what gets me about this photo, is that when she first posted this photo, I was like, okay, I think she's making a joke. I don't think it's really funny, but like I just didn't really think about it, you know? And then obviously the whole internet blew up, which was crazy. It was so weird to see, you know, one of your favorite stars go through such a hard time. Because I remember she even apologized, and Kathy Griffin for years has stated she has a no apology policy, which I've always admired, and I was pissed at her when she apologized. Thankfully, she has taken the apology back, and she's done a whole world tour to prove it. So I guess we're going to talk about my experience seeing the Kathy Griffin. I don't feel the need to talk about this, like, you know, or the Trump stuff, because that to me is like the minimal part to me of her career. It's for me where I discovered her and what I loved. But we're going to talk about when I saw the Laugh Your Head Off World Tour, and this is my custom made shirt from it. I love it. So, as we all know, Kathy Griffin did a overseas tour, and then she finally announced that she was going to come to America, and one of the stops was the Chicago Theater in Chicago. So I was like, this is it. I'm finally going to get the chance to see Kathy Griffin. I don't remember the date, the exact date of... Oh, wait, it's actually on here, because I have a poster of it. You can't see it, but it's on here. It was, okay, June 28th, and this day was kind of like a weird day for it to happen, because here's the thing, is that while it was here, it was when the Cher show was going to be in Chicago. With the Cher show was to go to the first preview, opening night, and then closing night. Well, June 28th was the opening night of the Cher show in Chicago, so I was like, fuck. I mean, and I had a feeling Cher was going to be there on the opening night, and I was like, fuck, but I don't want to miss Kathy. So I was like, you know what? I'll just go, instead of going to the opening night, I'll just go a few days before, and then I'll see Kathy on the opening night, and I think the opening night of the Cher show started at 6 o'clock, and the Kathy Griffin show was at 8. And the theaters are right next to each other. She was at the Chicago Theater, and the Cher show was at the Oriental Theater. And so Cher didn't come on that night, but because of that, I went a few days before, and I was there when Cher made a surprise guest appearance in the audience. So thank you, Kathy Griffin. If you had not done your show on June 28th, I would have never gotten 10 feet away from Cher. If you want to watch the video on that story, it's on my channel. But anyways, so I bought a seat. It was in the Chicago Theater. It was in the balcony, and I was on the side. What's it called? What's the term I'm looking for? It was on the side, the left side, and it was like the front, it was the front balcony box. So it was me and these two other people, and I remember, guys, I just remember the intro for the Kathy Griffin Laugh Your Head Off World Tour would rival any pop diva's intro. It was great. It was incredible. And the music she had playing in the Chicago Theater was great. And it was so cool to like be in this place, because, you know, the past year, Kathy Griffin had just been ridiculed in the media, and then to be in a place where everyone loved her, it was just the most lovely thing. And that was when I saw Kathy Griffin, all 3 hours of her comedy show about Donald Trump and the Trump administration and what those fuckers did to her. It's crazy to me to think that tax dollars were wasted on trying to figure out if Kathy Griffin was going to murder the President of the United States or not. Like, it's crazy to me to think that. And her story is incredible. The best I can recommend is that you go watch her documentary. Oh my God, what's it called? A Hell of a Story. That was what it was. A Hell of a Story, Kathy Griffin. It was amazing, an amazingly done film. I think it won a couple awards. I'm not positive on that, but it did well critically and all that. It's a great film. The concert was just incredible. She was in top form. She was so much fun. I remember she was like, fuck, I gotta finish the story, and she kept looking at her watch. She's like, I gotta be out of here by, I think what is our 8, 9, 10. I think we had to be up by 10 or 11, and that was the 3-hour max. And so it was just incredible. She did an amazing job, and it was amazing to finally see her live. It's so funny, in her Instagram video she posted of when she went to the Chicago Theater, you can see me in the front balcony box, and I'm like there standing up. I'm the only one in the box standing, and I'm like, yes! Yes, queen! I love her. I love her so much. I'm excited to see wherever her career heads next. I mean, everyone's kind of career is kind of on the standstill right now, you know, with the state of the world and all that. So I don't know what's coming next. I think she posted a few days ago that she had something coming. So we'll see what it is. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about. I love her single. I'll say it. It's a bop of a song, and the remixes are incredible. I just love her. I think she's so funny. I love how she's never, again, I admire her because she's never afraid to say what she wants to say. And if she ever sees this video, because she's actually posted me on her story a couple of times. One time I sat across from a Trump supporter in this shirt, and I posted that on my Instagram, and I was like, I had the better shirt. And she posted my picture on her story, and I was like, oh my God, thank you, Kathy. And she's actually posted my story of her, like when I tagged her in it a couple of other times. So she's amazing. She's incredible. My God, I'm trying to think of what else I can talk about her. Because I'm sorry if this seems so unpolished, but you know, that's me. It comes to me when it comes to me. Oh God. I mean, I love everything she does. I think she's always so funny. I hope she gets another comedy special stand-up soon. I would love to see her go back to, you know, talking about celebrities. Because that's what I miss. I miss that. I would love to go to the Kathy Griffin Talks About Lindsay Lohan show. That's where I want to get back to. But it's crazy to see what Trump has done to her and how she had to overcome that. And she has. I mean, if anyone was going to get through that, it was Kathy Griffin. And I'm always going to admire her for that. If I can recommend anything, read her memoir. It's honestly incredible. I would love for her to do a second part to it, because now I think with everything that's happened, she has a lot to talk about, and that would be really cool. Oh my god, I forgot I should mention this. Her dad's photos in here. Oh, what a cute thing. That episode where her father passes away on My Life on the D-List is the saddest fucking thing. Oh god, is there anything else I can talk about this woman? I love her. I hope to see her again live soon. Is there anything else I can talk about? Go watch her specials. They're so funny. I was watching this one the other day where she talks about Andy Cohen, and like that shit's crazy too, knowing all the shit that went down with Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper. This is for Anderson Cooper right here. For what he did to her. Fuck you. How could you be... Oh my god, that letter about the gay man who wrote a letter to Anderson Cooper is the funniest thing. That you should watch in the Hell of a Story. That's crazy. Yeah, that's it's crazy. It's bizarre. But bring Kathy Griffin back for New Year's Eve. There's just so many things. I love you, Kathy. You're a strong woman. You've inspired me to never take back anything I've ever said. Always be blunt and be funny. Be funny and don't be don't be mean. You know, I would never consider Kathy Griffin mean, but that's just me. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. It was fun to talk about Kathy Griffin. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on Kathy Griffin in the comments below. Because as always, do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Rocha, and I will see you guys very soon. Have a great day. Give yourself a hell of a story. That's all I gotta say. Bye. Oh, no! Tip it! Tip it! That'll be my leave it on here. Tip the bottle of wine. Tip the box of wine. See you guys. Bye.